Government shutdown has taken its toll on congressional approval ratings, and plenty of Americans are wishing they had the opportunity to fire our leaders in Washington. In tonight's Say What report, Jerry Gretzinger asked folks here in the Capital Region if they'd like to issue their leaders a pink slip and if the gridlock will change how Americans vote come election time.
Would you like to be able to fire your members of Congress for the government gridlock?
I would like the members of Congress to do their job. There's no guarantee that a replacement would do a better job.
I wouldn't say that I would fire them. I would really just wish that they would make a decision so that people can get on with their lives.
Do you wish you had the opportunity to fire members of Congress?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Why?
They're not doing their job, apparently.
In any other job, if you don't perform, you get fired. So why shouldn't they be the same?
A recent poll found that 60% of Americans said they do want to be able to fire their members of Congress. Why do you think Americans have grown so frustrated with their leaders and what's happening in Washington?
Because they haven't done the job they were elected to do. And that's a bipartisan effort, unfortunately. They've not done their job.
They have no ability to do their job. It's Republican, Democrat. There's no willing to compromise in the whole situation.
What do you think has got us to this point where there's so much frustration?
Well, it's just the continued non-functioning of the government. Seems like every time you turn around, they're up against some cliff.
Do you think the American people should have the right to fire members of Congress when they're not approving of the job they're doing?
I don't believe that the people would be qualified to do that.
People always say, well, the next election cycle, we're going to vote them out. Then it rarely happens. Do you think this time it may stick, or do you think in November, same people will go back?
Who knows? People have short memories. You know, by the time the elections come around again, people have forgotten.
No, I really don't think so, because it's my guy is great or my gal's great. It's the other guy, it's the other gal. They're the problems.
Scale of 1 to 100, 100 being the best, how would you rate the job that Congress is doing right now?
Probably 20.
About 20%.
Do you have faith that at some point our government will get back on track and be able to avoid these things, or have you sort of lost faith?
Well, at the moment, I don't have a lot of faith, but, I mean, history tells us that eventually we do. We get things in order and get back on track.
We need major change. They're never going to get back on track if we don't have major change.